Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Feed me. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. So I was gonna cut this guy off and weld it on the other part, but dude, this is way too Vietnamese to reuse. And now fork there, even though it's sandblasted, don't look at the mess behind me. Fork there that's sandblasted. I'm not gonna weld this guy on. So what I'm gonna do is I do have a VBB fork with dampener. So I'm gonna take this apart as I did the other one. I'm gonna use this stem. This stem and this spring actually, because that spring looks in decent shape. With the sprint swing on. Alright, we are pretty late in and not very far. But the road patrol is dry. And it's time to do floor rails. And of course I ordered the wrong ones. I guess it'll be fine, right?
Yeah, it's gonna take longer. It's not good right now.
Alright, before cleaning up anything, it's engine time. I gotta do a little bit of orbiting here. Turn the reed valve motor on this side. Reason why we're going reed valve. This engine showed up here and there's not enough. Anyways, the small rotary pad, they suck, so I was gonna turn in a reed valve anyway. So not even gonna risk trying to make this work. We are 10 hours in, 9.5 hours in. Floor rails are almost done.
It's already in there.
Fork is done. Now, with a dent, because it freaking fell off. Gotta fix that. Engine cases are on their way. I'm about to set up for a live stream. Build this thing. After it gets like a 30-minute clean. During that time, I gotta widen the exhaust port on this guy. And we have not even thought about the headset yet. So while the cases are drying, I made a quick, very rudimentary template to go down to, no, up to 69.5 an exhaust port width. And we're going square because we're going square. No. Quick little update. Floor rails are done. The heater is on. And it is 2 a.m. We have 13 hours to go. Not too bad. Alright, we're halfway there, a little more than halfway. Julian was a little defeated by the harness, so we ended up just making our own harness. That way we can feed it front to back, and we don't need all the complicated stuff from the BGM harness anyway. It was then time to build the engine. I did this on a live stream. You can go and watch the full thing on the channel. You can hear my voice being really tired at this point. The engine itself, the bottom end and everything, got together pretty nicely. I threw some new bearings in it. I reused crank and cylinder, which is a Melosi 166 that I used for the Rusty P raffle bike 2 years ago. I've had that motor in the bike when I got it back, and then when I moved to a 250 in that bike, I put it in a Bajaj, and there I sadly blew up the gearbox. So I just found a set of really junky cases, and I thought like, hey, I can port this even more, and do it on reeds and put a big carb on it, and we got a pretty decent pipe for it, which is curly pipe, comes out the side. The one issue I ran into was overall gearing, and it's not because I didn't think about it, it's because I made a mistake in repackaging a part. I just screwed up the primary Kosa, and I did not have a Kosa gear for 6768. Despite telling you I was trying to make a 6-spring work, I ended up tearing the whole thing apart again to go to a 2365 transmission. Alright, my brain's melting. I was going to put a BGM clutch in, it's not happening. This is for 6768, but I sold this one and put the 23 for 65 in there. So now I'm going to build something out of this 6-spring, banded 6-spring. It'll be fine. And then we can later swap to this guy. Welcome to the morning update. The engine's finally together. I had to split it once again because basically a lot went wrong with the clutch. You can see me just scrambling to get the proper primary and clutch combo. I miscalculated and I got the wrong. I thought I had the right part, I did not. Well, anyway, the engine is done and is going into the bike right now. We're about to mount the fork. Julian just took a nap. He's back at it. Or not. It's 8 a.m. We got 7 hours to go. I think we can do this. It's time. I mean, what time is it? 6.5 hours to go. But it's time for this to go in. See you when it's in. 10 o'clock. Sausage burrito, griddle, courtesy of the wife. And the exhaust is on. So, you know how much of a pain in the butt these are? Well, what we just did is riv nuts. Easy. And you kind of get the first look at our exhaust system. Still got to figure something out for here. Alright, so one problem we have right now, aside from this shit most definitely gonna hit, I have to give it a kick or two, bend it outwards, is that the carb is sitting at the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out in a little, like, just make it fit. Should be good. Probably use a hole saw, and then I cut this out. That's a nice hole. And I already cut some of that off, which needed to come off anyway. Now, here we go. See, I'm not going to use this rubber piece. You have to go. We'll see if I need to open it more or if we're good. This close, right? It's fucking close. Shifter cables just got on. Probably need to retighten them when the headset comes all the way down. But yeah, this close. 20 minutes to go. Yeah. I don't think so. but close. Very close. See you in 20 minutes. And there we go. Just went down. So fucking close. So close. So close. So close.
I guess now we just start the overtime timer.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Now we gotta stay another 24 hours. All right, we got 1 hour to go in our 25-hour challenge. We can do this. All right, the enthusiasm has dropped, but
We're tired.
we're tired, but we're done. We're done for the extent that we can do. I want to say that. It does need shrouds, but I'm still gonna tune the bike, so I'm not gonna put shrouds on. It does need an exhaust hole plugged. Actually, I think we can do that now with the celebratory beer can. Beer can and 2 clamps on each side.
Okay.
Speedo needs figured out. There's too much going on in here. And then we need to figure out the... I don't have the proper bolt. There was one more thing. I think the carb doesn't open all the way. There's something obstructing, but it has to do with all the crap that's in there. Otherwise, it's done. We got the fake Mickey Mouse taillight. It's like the Wish.com version of it. With the best reflectors in the world. We put a side stand on it. This is, you know, we're just kept going and going and going. So we're gonna roll it out in the sun and look at it. Alright, and this is it. We're done. I mean, I do want to say that the Speedo's not quite attached yet. You saw all that stuff, but we could only do so much. There was a few tweaks that we had to fix in the end. Here we're getting ready for the first stud, and I kind of want to give you the moment. Just like you can see me hesitating. Will it even run? Is everything gonna be fine? And it's such a big relief, even though you don't hear us cheer or anything, because both our brains were shutting down. That's gonna be it. Nope. obviously the bike needs a tune. We were exhausted. We were 26 hours at this point. Went to get some wings and go to bed. But the brakes were terrible, so that's something I'm going to address in the future. I'm going to make another video on it, as we will likely go disc brake on it, because this bike is awesome. I hope you enjoyed this content. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. I'm tired, and all that good stuff. We got to figure out the whole brake situation, because that locks right up and that does nothing.
Oh.
But I mean, these were the pads that came with the suspension, so it's whatever. Dude, it hit back there. Not with these brakes right now. It's like too much bike for it, but it's nice and stiff.
I noticed that too.
Rob's here.